I want to be a conservative voice that stands up for what's right and does the right thing.
A congressman in crisis tonight. District 19 Representative Trey Radel telling a judge in Washington today that he bought cocaine from an undercover agent. Good evening. Thanks for joining us on Fox 4 News at 6. I'm Emily Dishno. Patrick Nolan is in the field tonight for what's become one of the biggest political scandals in Southwest Florida's history. Patrick, a major development in Washington today.
Absolutely, and it's not just a big scandal in Southwest Florida history. This is whacked even by Washington standards. The Washington press corps all over this story. The last time a sitting member of Congress was charged with a drug crime was back in the 1980s. We're talking nearly 20 years now. Now, Congressman Radel is known for being charismatic, very high energy, and above all, more than willing to talk to the media any chance he gets. But today in court in D.C., a really different scene, not showing a lot of emotion, very stoic, slipping in and out of the courthouse without answering any reporters' questions. Reporter Matt Ackland has a full report on today's proceedings in D.C.
Prosecutors say federal agents set up a sting operation here in the DuPont Circle area of Washington. It happened in late October, late one night. The congressman offered to buy 3.5 grams of cocaine for $260 from an undercover agent.
What do you have to say to your constituents back in Florida?
Congressman Trey Radel entered the courthouse through a back entrance, his attorney pushing away a reporter, both refusing to talk about the charge against the freshman congressman.
Don't touch me, please. Congressman, do you have anything to say?
But he did speak a short time later in a D.C. Superior courtroom, telling a judge he did make a purchase from an undercover agent. He said, quote, a drug, cocaine.
Anything at all to say?
Leaving through the back door again, the congressman refused to answer questions from the media.
What do you have to say to the people of Southwest Florida?
It was October 29th in DuPont Circle when the feds say Radel made a deal to buy cocaine. The undercover agent took him to a car outside where the exchange was made. The congressman was approached by other agents and apparently dropped the cocaine. Later, officials say Radel invited them back to his apartment where he handed over another vial of cocaine.
Congressman, will you talk later today?
The congressman said, I've hit a bottom where I realize I need help. But when it came to explaining himself outside court, he rushed right away into a waiting car.
Are you resigning, Congressman? Okay, let's go.
We're told Congressman Radel has already been in outpatient addiction treatment here in the Washington, D.C. area, and his attorney told the judge that will continue back in Southwest Florida. In Washington, Matt Ackland, Fox 4, in your corner.
All right, under the terms of today's plea agreement, Representative Radel was placed on 1 year's probation and ordered to pay a fine. If Radel successfully completes the probation, the court could dismiss the case against him and he'd avoid a conviction record altogether. Radel has announced he will seek rehabilitation in Southwest Florida, and we have got more on that coming up in just a few moments.